Hello everyone, I am reporting from Paris with huge news. In 3 weeks, we have managed to achieve what the Orban government could not for many long years. It is symbolic that right here, in the French capital, just a few kilometers from the Trianon Palace, I can announce that we have achieved a breakthrough with our Ukrainian negotiating partners regarding the linguistic, educational, and cultural rights of our Hungarian compatriots in Transcarpathia. As the Hungarian government and I personally have made clear on several occasions, we can only open a new chapter in Hungarian-Ukrainian relations if Ukraine commits to fully settling the educational, linguistic, cultural, and political rights of the 100,000-strong Hungarian minority living in Transcarpathia. The guarantee of rights for the Hungarian minority must also be reflected in the European Union's expectations towards Ukraine. In recent weeks, intensive, very intensive professional consultations have been taking place between Hungarian and Ukrainian experts, with the involvement of Transcarpathian Hungarian organizations to settle the situation of the Hungarian minority. At the conclusion of the negotiations, Ukraine made a broad and comprehensive commitment to improve the situation of the Hungarian minorities. We have achieved very important results in the field of Hungarian language education. The Ukrainian side has committed to restoring the system of national minority schools. The Hungarian language will be freely usable not only in the educational process, but in all areas of school communication. Students in nationality schools can also freely use Hungarian symbols. In the future, they can sing the Hungarian anthem at their ceremonies, display the national flag, and place Hungarian language signs in schools. School administration can also be provided in Hungarian, and certificates can be issued in Hungarian. In the future, Hungarian youth can take their school-leaving and university entrance exams in Hungarian, and they can also take their school-leaving exams in Hungarian language and literature in nationality schools. The range of compulsory subjects taught in Ukrainian can only be expanded with the prior consent of the parents. The Ukrainian side has guaranteed to maintain minority schools, even in the case of lower student numbers. Our agreement and the commitments of the Ukrainian side also extend to the area of linguistic rights. In settlements where the proportion of the Hungarian population is above 10%, it will be possible to freely use Hungarian national symbols in the future. The Hungarian language will be freely usable during healthcare provision, at sports events, and at scientific conferences as well. The language of political activity can also be Hungarian. It will be possible to conduct political campaigns in Hungarian in these settlements. Ballot papers will also be available in Hungarian, and announcements as well as informational materials can and will be displayed in Hungarian. In the future, persons belonging to the Hungarian minority will have the right to freely cultivate their national traditions and customs. They will have the right to celebrate their national holidays and events related to history, national culture, and religion in the Hungarian language. They will have the right to establish national, cultural, and educational institutions. As I mentioned, representatives of the Transcarpathian Hungarian community have also been intensely involved in the intensive negotiation process of the past weeks. They know best how much of a step forward the above commitments represent. Loose of 100,000 Hungarian people are getting back their fundamental rights and the hope that they can pass on to their children the culture and identity they received from their parents and grandparents. Ukraine has guaranteed to enact the aforementioned broad minority rights into law in the coming period. In parallel, considering that the protection of minorities is an integral part of EU values, the European Union, in accordance with the Hungarian request, recorded in the EU letter to be sent to Ukraine that Ukraine must align its action plan with the results of the Hungarian-Ukrainian negotiations, and furthermore, that within the framework of the accession process, the European Union will continuously monitor the implementation of this action plan. In light of the comprehensive agreement, the Hungarian government calls on Ukraine to amend its minority action plan as agreed. If this happens, the Hungarian government will agree to the Union opening the first accession negotiation cluster. With this, we can ensure that within the framework of the enlargement process, Ukraine will fully implement all its commitments regarding the rights of the Hungarian minority. The Hungarian government's position is clear regarding Ukraine's accession process. In accordance with the principle of equal treatment, a fast-track accession procedure cannot be applied to Ukraine or any other country. The Western Balkan countries must progress along the same principles as Ukraine. How many years it takes for countries to complete the closure of the 33 EU accession chapters depends on the work they put in. As we have made clear previously, if Ukraine is able to close the EU accession negotiations in 10 or 15 years, Hungary will hold a legally binding referendum on the issue. Here, too, I would like to thank everyone, all the experts, all our compatriots, for their very, very intensive participation in the successful negotiations. All the best to all Hungarians from here in Paris.
Then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.